Far, far away in a town hotter than Tony Abbott in Budgie Smuggler's, a Putin on a horse, lives a boy named Michele. One day he and his merry band of children venture off to the realm of the murderous pigs. They see a hill full of wheat and, like any ordinary child, decide to run through the fields. Then his lil' sis falls over, cries a bit, and they reach the top, where a hen corpse on a stick is awaiting their arrival. As he lost the race, and doesn't want to see the rest of Barbara, he pays the forfeit and runs through the house to fall onto a hole. When he peers into the gaping hole, he sees Dat Boy in the hole. Michele is positively wetting himself at this point and runs back to the crew. Back at home, his mum nags him about taking care of his lil' sis. He sees his father for the first time in a month. They play soldier's draw and he goes to bed. The next day he runs back to the ol' hill to see if Dat Boy Filippo is still in the hole, but Michele wasn't the last one there. Once again he gets scared and runs back home, where his father is waiting to tell him off for arriving home so late. He is unable to inform his father on the happenings through his father's disappointment and Maria's tantrum, and he goes to bed. He goes back to Filippo the next day with a slice of meat that Maria wouldn't eat and feeds it to him and initiates a conversation. However, Filippo is off his nut and keeps talking about his conspiracy theories about the wash bears, guardian angels and the king of the worms, so Michele leaves, gets told off for disappearing again, and goes to bed, but not before being informed of Pino's old emphasis on the old friend. The next day, after meeting Sergio and sharing his thoughts, Michele goes to listen to Filippo's conspiracies again, and on the way to the hole, he discovers that Felice is back in town and is keeping watch over Dat Boy in the hole. After the usual talks of disappearing and going to bed, Michele discovers that Filippo's origins are closer to home than he would have liked. Michele is holding a heavy burden that he needs to share and makes an excuse to share with his best friend in the form of a trade. With the weight lifted off his chest, he adds more by lifting Filippo out of the hole. Michele rests for an hour or so and then put Filippo back in his hole. However, upon Filippo's return, Michele is greeted by Felice, who throws him into his car next to Salvatore, the snitched Scardaccioni. When he is delivered home, Felice and Mama Bear have a fight and Papa Bear steps in and stops the fight whilst Mama cradles Michele into her room whilst they sort it out. Michele is made to swear on his father's head that he will not return to the hole. However, Filippo is higher in his morals than his father now, and he ultimately betrays him, but to no avail. He was moved to the realm of the murderous pigs and hidden somewhere there in the Gravina. The coppers in choppers arrive and all the adults huddle inside. Michele overhears their plot to end this and he steps in to end it his way. He escapes and searches the Gravina for a hole but finds a cave. Inside the cave, he convinces Filippo to get out and escape. But his father finds him and shoots him.